Hi everyone, so let's talk about the third rule in simplifying context-free grammars. And the third rule is actually related to unit productions. Unit productions are productions where a non-terminal is just generating another non-terminal. So if I have, let's say, A goes to B, this is a unit production. Now what I want to do is I want to get rid of all unit productions in my CFG. So what I'll do is I'll just take up an example, and I think this is an example that I found on Geeks for Geeks. So the example that I'm taking is S goes to AA or B, A goes to B or B, and B goes to A or, sorry about that. So B goes to A or A. So this is what I have. The first step that I need to do to remove unit productions is the following. So the first step gets me the CFG, which is something like this. What I do is I just remove all my unit productions. So I would remove S gives me B, I would remove A gives me B, I would remove B gives me A. What I'm left with is S gives me A gives me BB, and B gives me, sorry, I should get rid of this one because that's a unit production, and B just gives me A. So that's what I get. This is step 2. For step 3, what I need to do is I see whatever I go through all of the symbols in my context-free grammar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this one as G prime and this one as G. This is my original context-free grammar that I was given, and G prime is the one I just constructed. Now what I do is I go to every symbol in G and I see all of the combinations that satisfy something like this actually. So I need it to satisfy A goes to B in any number of steps. This is often written like this. So this means that A yields B. So I need to find all the A and B which satisfy this. The first thing I have is, of course, S gives me B. So the first combination I have is S yields B. I also have S yields A because S yields B and B yields A. I also have S yields A. So that's also true. The next one that I have is A yields B because I have these two right here. So I have A yields B. And I also have B yields A. So these are the ones that I have. And what I do now is I just see from G prime. What I do is, because S yields B, whatever rule I have in B, I just add that to S as well. So I add an A here because S yields B and B yields A, small a here. So I just add small a to my S production. Next, what I do is, because S yields A and A yields small b, I just add small b here. And similarly, since since A yields B right here and B yields A, so I have my capital A yields A as well, so I'll have to add that. And because B yields A right here, this one right here, and because A yields A and B, I should add A and B to B, but I already have A here, so I just add B. So this is the final G prime that I end up with, which does not have any unit productions. So that's the general procedure that I need to follow, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write down the steps that we need to follow. right here. So here are the two rules, the two steps that we need to follow. The first one is remove all unit productions to get G prime, which is how we got our G prime in the previous one here. So I first got G prime by just the pink part is G prime here. So I just removed the unit productions from G. I removed S goes to B, A goes to B, B goes to A. And the next step is the important one. For symbol A in G, so for every symbol A in G, if A yields B in any number of steps, need not be just a single step, then add the productions. A goes to x1, x2, x3 and so on up to xn. If uh, B already has the productions x1, x2 and so on up to xn in G prime. So what I said was, let's say capital A, so I have capital A yields B here. So what I do is whatever I have in B, so if I had let's say B goes to A or X or Y or Z, then what I would have had to do is I would have had to add to A. I already had A goes to B. I would have had to add A, X, Y, Z, all of them there. So that's what the second step says, that if I have A yields B, then whatever productions I have in G prime, if uh, B yields some x1, x2, x3 and so on, then add all of them to A. So that's what the second step says. Of course, we shouldn't repeat things that are already there. So if I had already had A yields A, then I wouldn't have had to add A yields A again, because that's just a repeated production rule. It doesn't make any sense. So this is the third rule that we follow in simplifying context-free grammars. There are a couple of important forms of context-free grammars which we'll look at in subsequent videos. But if you understood how to simplify context-free grammars from these three videos, don't forget to give the videos a like. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that you'll know when the next video is up, and share the video with your friends. See you next time.